We come to you today with an important message. There have been increasing cases of rickets all around the world. There has been a dramatic rise even here in Canada. We have invited an expert named Dr. Weitzman to inform us about rickets.
Thank you, Pedro.
So what exactly is rickets?
Rickets is a softening of the bones in mammals due to a deficiency or impaired metabolism of vitamin D, calcium, or phosphorus, potentially leading to fractures, deformity, and a potentially fatal disease. It is most common in children but can occur in adults.
Why is there more of an increase in rickets worldwide?
We have estimated that many people are eating poorly and not getting as much vitamin D and calcium as they should be. Not getting enough sunlight and vomiting too much.
So what is the disease and what does it do?
Some of the things this disease does is take nutrients from the bones when they are lacking in the bloodstream. The specific nutrients it takes are calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. In children, it slows down growth because it postpones the development of bones and causes children to grow shorter than usual. But in adults, it can cause bone closing, which could be serious.
Thank you, Dr. Weitzman. When we get back from the break, we will have a rickets expert and Quentin Sabatier, who's a father of a child with rickets, one whose life has been severely affected by the presence of rickets in his child. Welcome, welcome.
Glad to be here.
Me too.
So, Mr. Quentin, since you have one child affected by rickets, are you able to say what some of the symptoms are?
Well, some symptoms my children have had are short delayed growth, muscle spasms, and very easily fractured bones, which my child had to go through surgery a couple years ago. But I know some other symptoms are bone deformities, dental abnormalities, muscle weakness, painful joint movement, and seizures.
So now we have Dr. Hyman, who is going to tell what is exactly happening in the body when someone has rickets.
Well, a common thing that happens in both children and adults is the strength, size, and shape of the bones are changing a lot and very frequently. But for specifically children, a growth hormone cannot go through the process in which it is made without enough vitamin D. And without this hormone, it slows down the growth in children because calcium is produced in the body with this hormone. So, and since calcium isn't there isn't enough bone development, so it slows down growth, and that is why children are shorter. But now, for only adults, a condition called osteomalacia can occur, and without enough vitamin D, the growth plates in adults' bone close, and that could lead to some serious damage.
So Dr. Hyman, I believe you and your research team have come up with possible solutions for this cause, so can you please share with us?
Well, me and my research team have come up with many ideas that people, individuals, and the government can do. Now, the first thing is probably the most useful for Canadians specifically, and that is to get out in the sunlight whenever you can, and take advantage of any sunlight you get, and don't waste it inside. And another solution for people is to just drink more milk and get more dairy products, because milk contains a good amount of vitamin D and calcium, which is what is needed to prevent or stop rickets. Now for the government, what they can do is raise awareness that it's important to get outside, play, all that, because you get your vitamin D and it's good to prevent rickets. And the second thing the government can do is require supplements of calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus in certain foods that are eaten very commonly, like eggs, chocolate, lollipops, bacon, peanut butter, and oatmeal.
Well, thank you both for your time. This has been very informative.
Thank you.
Thanks
very
for
much.
having us.